Hello, Leo. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for March 16th through the 31st. We'll start off by pulling a card for the overall energy of your reading. We'll take a look at your energies, the energies connected to you, and how they mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close off the reading with an oracle card for the Leo collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will have links in the description below. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay, Leo, we're going to get you a card from the Major Arcana only of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the traditional tarot deck. All right, Leo, you get the Death card. So some sort of transformative process likely going on for you right now. This can represent grief and physical death and loss in your life, but it can also represent transformation, something that is closing off for you so you can have a new beginning. So it can also represent those types of cycles as well. We will get into it and see what is up for you right now as it relates to the overall theme of death and transformation. Okay, Leo, let's get the energies for your side here. The energies connected to you here. Jolty energy from this reading already. Okay, and how these are mingling in the middle here. Okay, interesting. So for you, Leo, I definitely see the sense of transformation. This is the Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess for you. The Hierophant in some decks is referred to as the High Priest. So we have the High Priest and the High Priestess. This is wisdom and spiritual authority. And they're kind of meeting in the middle with this Ten of Cups here, which is a very happy and fulfilled, heart-centered energy. So whatever's going on for you, this process of transformation, it could be, if you've lost a loved one and it's had this real impact on you to completely look at your life from a whole different angle and really consider bigger picture and greater being and your connection to the natural prime creator of the universe. You might very well be going through an existential spiritual genesis here of some kind. So I'd say that's probably one of the most powerful forms of transformation. Now, the energy connected to you gets the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Emperor. There's some sort of walking away from love and from the heart for this person. They may be way more focused on stability in their material world at this point in time, trying to get fulfillment in that area. And with the Emperor, there's a lot of, there is stability, but there's a lot of kind of dedication. There's an Aries energy that's coming into being here. So they're carrying some sort of fire energy there too. Really trying to put their personality forth, but in the sense, not necessarily from the heart, but from practical matters and practical sense. So we'll see what that looks like when we clarify. Now, these energies in the middle, we have the Queen of Cups. So we have some beautiful heart-focused energy here in the middle. And we have the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. So very interesting polarization there with, when we think of death and we think of, a candle going out, and then we think of the sun, which illuminates. So there's definitely some powerful energies going on here for you, and major arcana energies coming up quite a bit on both sides and in the middle. So let's get some clarifiers. Let's clarify the Hierophant for you, Leo. The Justice card, the Two of Swords, and the Lovers. You may be in a relationship or you may not be, but regardless of whether you are, I see you entering into a whole other up level of love and spirituality. You're bringing balance to the mental noise in your life. You're bringing balance into a place where once you had indecision and you had trouble figuring out what you wanted, you seem much more clear now on what you want and how to move forward. And it really seems to be supporting your relationships, your partnerships, but also the spiritual nature of who you are. And you're really strengthening that from what I understand here so far. Let's clarify this Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Star. You are really investing in partnerships, possibly with this person here. You're really coming forward, wanting to have that equal give and take, that exchange. You're moving quite fiercely towards that. You've got a lot of, I feel that lion ferocity coming out here. You've got a lot of, your mindset is focused on this happy home, this happy environment, this happy partnership, this happy relationship. It's something you've always dreamed of. What's interesting is that I really feel like you're bringing your best self to this. So if this is a relationship you've been in for quite some time, bringing something new to the table. This is an up-leveling of yourself, and you're looking to bring it in to this connection, and to, frankly, to all your connections in life. High Priestess, you get the Moon, the Seven of Swords, and here's that Death card showing up again. This is an acknowledgement of what it's taken for you to get to the point of embodying the wisdom that you have. I feel like you've been carrying wisdom for quite some time, but you've not made it visible to the world. You've hid it away. You've kind of snuck away with it, or you've kept it closer. And this kind of feels like one of those, it feels like a quinceañera, like here you're getting presented to the world. You're doing this from a very heart forward, wise space. And it's taken a heck of a lot of transformation for you to get here. There's been a lot of hidden, subconscious doubts, confidence issues, self-esteem, that kind of thing. That has been what you've worked on. But you're ready to be vulnerable and to put yourself out there in an entirely new way. You aren't going to let your fears get the best of you, okay? So I think before, your fears were kind of grasping onto you and kind of taking you into the shadows, taking you into the underworld, so to speak. And you've done your work there now. You're showing me the High Priestess, and we have the High Priest there. So your spiritual nature has won that battle of, even if I have doubts, even if I have fear, I'm going to move forward by being who I am. And that's that. End of story. End of conversation. For the person connected to you, for their Eight of Cups, they get the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, which you have over there, the High Priest, and the Nine of Swords. This person seems to be a little bit more hung up on where they're at, spiritually speaking. They seem to have some sort of loss in love that has caused a bit of a stoppage for them, a bit of a pause, and not a pause in necessarily a good way, because in this pause, they're really getting overly into their mind space. They're overthinking things, and it's causing them to kind of lap in this cycle over and over again of pain and walking away from the heart and turning away from the passions in the heart and getting all up in the head. Now, with the Hierophant coming into that, that means that this is part of their spiritual journey. This is part of their process. This is part of their awakening. So let's see what they're focusing on here in the physical world, because they have the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor here. To clarify the Ten of Pentacles, they get the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. They're feeling much more confident in bringing physical stability to the table and his partnership than necessarily love. They're so up in their mind sometimes and a little stuck up there that they're not seeing maybe even the love that you're offering, the partnership kind of love. It's there, but because of their possibly past trauma and pain and their inability to kind of get themselves out of this little pattern here where they get to overthinking, and then I almost sense like this would be someone that would, You could give them a beautiful offer of love and they'll be resistant to it because of their pain of the past. They think they're relating it to something in the past. So they're kind of misunderstanding you at times. They are trying to move a little differently. Do see them, but it's going to be slow because they're going from the Ten of Pentacles to the Page. They're kind of comfortable in that Ten of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign here. They're going to move into that Page, but for you, I think it's going to feel slow, Leo. You're going to be like, what the heck is anything happening over there? Let's check out this Emperor for them. They get the Judgment card, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles to clarify the Emperor. Yeah, you know, the Judgment card coming in, that gives me a lot of peace because, especially for you, because I feel like that's going to be them realizing this kind of looping pattern that they're in and that they're making a mistake. They're misappropriating the pain of the past into like what you're offering. And I think they're going to learn that. I think that's their lesson to learn here. And they're showing me victory over that. And they're showing me coming to the table. They're showing me going back to the Three of Pentacles and being more collaborative. Again, could be a very pragmatic person, a very practical person, down to earth. Here you are in these spiritual energies, and here they are like sunk into earth, like holding on with everything they got. They are moving. It's just going to seem a little bit slow. There might be a little bit of stubbornness in here. There might be a little like they're kind of like, you know, committed to the way that they're moving, but they are trying to shift it up. And I like that they're going to come out with a little bit more collaborative effort here. Let's look at this Queen of Cups in the middle. The Sun and the Two of Pentacles. The Sun kind of lands on your side, Leo. The Sun, I feel like, is one of your tarot cards. That the Sun is your ruler. And so you're bringing yourself to this connection. They, on the other hand, are a little more indecisive about how to receive this love. They probably are someone who hasn't been used to receiving acts of love coming toward them. So they tend to focus on what they know, focus on the practical. And sometimes I think they're just missing what you have to offer. You're going to have some choice here, Leo. You're going to have choice whether, you know, you can be patient with them through this process. I mean, obviously, if this is a long-term relationship, this is going to need addressing, but also, you know, you could have a lot invested together and this might be worth it for you. If this is something brand new, I do see you both coming at things from such different energies that maybe you want to think about, is this someone that I can keep offering love to if they aren't really in a place to receive it, or not yet in a place to receive it? Clarifying the Sun card in the middle here is the Chariot and the Six of Swords. You want things to move a lot faster than them. They're more, you know, you're like charging ahead in the Chariot and they're more just like gently sailing into calmer waters. But you do have this Sun. You have two suns here in the middle. Really beautiful energy. I mean, I would say this connection, if it's more long-term, the next cycle that's coming, you've arrived there a little bit quicker than this person, and you might just want to do your best to be patient and wait for them, and utilizing those lion instincts of the hunt where you do have to be patient and you do have to wait and not, you know, try to pounce on the prey too quickly, because they are moving at a slower pace. But I see them moving. Now, if this is a newer relationship, you just might need to really consider, is this what you want? Is this something, because I feel like their pace of moving through things, this is how they are. They're a little slower to move through things. So if you're okay with that and you're okay kind of being the spiritual leader in this connection, that's one thing. If you're not, though, you might have some decisions to make about this. With this overall energy being transformative and being death, you're bringing in the transformation. You know, you're the one kind of initiating that, and then they start following along. They just have a little bit more resistance to it than you do, and they move slower. Leo, let's get a card to close out the reading from the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle here. Such a cute deck. I love this deck. And you get Smoky Quartz, and it says, let it go. Okay. Smoky Quartz. The past is the past, leave it there. Rather than looking back and letting history define you, make a conscious effort to keep your eyes forward and live your fullest life today. By dwelling on what did happen or could have happened or the should haves and could haves, you might miss your moment and all the opportunities that the present holds for you. Every day is a fresh chance to move on and write your story the way you want it told. Instead of getting stuck on replay of the past, take lessons learned to use here and there and create the next chapter for your life. Your core questions are, what experiences from the past do you dwell on? How would you act and feel in the present with the weight of those removed? The crystal affirmation is, my power is in the present. I leave the past. All right, Leo. So I'm almost wondering, depending on your relationship to this person, this Smoky Quartz message to me feels like maybe something you might share with them, because they seem a little more stuck on a past pattern than you do. This also could represent you finding that place in yourself if you do want to invest in further into this partnership, into this relationship, which I see love and happiness here. These things can be brought into balance. You might want to think about, are you willing to let go any ideas you have about the pace that they're moving at? Are you willing to let that go and let it be what it is? I hope this has been helpful to you today. I wish you an awesome day, and I can't wait to see you next time.